is ABC 7 News Saturday morning.
We're now just about a month away from Thanksgiving, and you might already be thinking about all those travel plans, heading off to see family perhaps. But with gas prices so high, you might be looking at ways to save some money. We all are, right? Well, author Mark Murphy is a travel expert. He even wrote the book called Travel Unscripted. Pretty funny stuff. And he's here to share some tips to make your holiday travel as easy as possible and affordable and pleasant. So the list goes on and on. So nice to have you here.
Thanks, Stacy.
I was just going to say, we were talking about this. How many people want your job? Because you get to travel the globe and then tell all these funny stories.
I get a lot of offers for carrying the water, carrying the bags. If they really knew what the jet lag and everything else was like, they may take a second thought on that one.
Right. Well, you have all kinds of different advice here too for traveling. For all of you at home, appropriate stuff here. One of them is Waze, which we're familiar with here at ABC 7 because we even have a group on there of the ABC 7 trackers.
Exactly.
So tell us about Waze for those folks who are not familiar with it.
Waze is a community-based GPS. What that means is people download the app on their iPhone, they put it, they leave it open in their car, and then passively it sends data back to Waze. So literally everyone across the country is contributing to what the traffic patterns are. Why is that a money saver? Well, guess what? It'll reroute you around stalled traffic, and what that means is you're going to save money and time on gas. And what I like about it, it's community-based, so it's real time. Now, if you want to be active, you can put some things in there, like I saw an accident. So there are people that are really engaged, and then there are people that just leave it open on their dashboard, and it transmits that data back and helps you as a driver if you're part of that community. So I'd recommend it highly.
Yeah, ABC 7's Roz Barron, our traffic reporter, always talks about Waze too. You also say for the holidays, if you want to save money, take the bus.
Yeah.
I have not heard this for quite some time.
Right.
We know it exists out there, but for those of us who take advantage of cheap airfare nowadays, you're saying try the bus. Why not?
Yeah, it depends on the time frame. Between going to the airport, going through security, getting on the plane, and you look at the total time, you might save time and you'll certainly save money taking the bus. One thing that the bus has, not all of them, but a lot of them have Wi-Fi. So you can get on Wi-Fi, chill out with your iPhone, your laptop, your iPad, a little more relaxing, and you will save a lot of money. It costs less than the tank of a gas to go to between some major cities.
Yeah, you know, sometimes the time in just traveling to the airport, by the time you get through the security,
that's where I'll be this morning.
You're going to be back to the airport. Yay. All right. So another idea you had, which I love, is rent a car with a group.
Right.
I've done this, and it's actually, at first I thought this is going to be a nightmare because it was 3 other families, and it was a blast. It was actually a good idea.
So instead of 3 people going separate ways in their separate cars, rent a van. You'll all save money. And what people don't realize is there's plenty of these rental locations all over cities, local rental locations. Major rental car companies now have these local locations. They used to be focused on the airport and the traveler. Now they're focused on these local markets and that exact task, saving some money and grouping together.
So what's your recommendation when you have to, you know, when they ask you, do you want to bring it back full or empty? And we'll put the gas in. Okay,
well, if you get the calculator out, you know the MPG for the car, and you know how far you're going to drive, you may just hit it and save some money. Best bet, to be frank, is bring it back with a full tank, and you'll save money in the long run. It just requires you having the time to go fill it up before you end up back at the turning counter. Because if you get to the turning counter, it costs you $8, $9, $10 a gallon. You don't want to do that. That is a huge cost as part of your travel.
Right, then you pick yourself up off the floor and you sign the bill, right? Exactly.
How would that cost?
So just give me your rundown here. You get to go where, and where next?
Okay, next up looks like Hong Kong for about a week. Then I come home for about 5 days. Then I go to Ecuador. Then I come back for about a week. And then I go to Hawaii. And then I come back. And then I'm going on vacation.
Rough life. I love it. I want that rough life. All right. Well, the book is funny, too. You have some quirky tales in there about what happens during these travels and adventures. Again, Mark's book is called Travel Unscripted. You can look up all the holiday tips, all the information about him as well on our website. That is abc7chicago.com. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having
me.
me.
Thanks for traveling to Chicago.
Hey, I love Chicago, my birthplace.
Oh, excellent. Well, welcome home.
Thanks.
We'll be right back after a short break.